Hello everybody! I am currently Immortal 3 as of making this video, but it wasn't always this way. I used to be Iron 2, but I climbed my way up to Immortal 3 in 10 months with zero knowledge on anything and terrible aim since I used 1.2 times 1200 DPI. I don't frag out or have any outstanding stats with a negative KD and an 18% headshot rate, but I still climb. So, today I'm going to tell you all the 4 biggest things that help me climb. First off, the biggest tip I can give is to stop playing so many games each day if you really want to climb. Your brain is constantly working hard, but it gets tired, so you should minimize your games to 2 games a day. You might see pros like Shazam grind out 10 games every day, but that's because they are better than the competition and they only need a fraction of their brain power to actually win. So, say your brain has 100 focus points. If you spread out those points into 10 games, your focus in each of them will be terrible and your chances of winning more than losing in a day will diminish. So instead, you should put those points into 2 games only and make those 2 games the highest quality games you've ever played to increase your chances of winning. Now remember, 5 wins is all it takes to rank up, so take your time to make sure you can win those 5 games in a row. Winning 2 times a day, 5 days in a row means 3 rank ups, so make sure you take your time. The second biggest tip I can give is to do your role well. Look, when you lock in an agent, you announce that you are fulfilling a certain job that is needed for your team to perform well. As a controller, you just need to smoke off the choke points for your teammates. Do not smoke on the sites, please. These types of smokes help the enemies keep control since they can hide in them. The amount of low elo and even up to low immortal players that don't know how to play smokes is just bizarre. So just keep in mind, if you don't know how to play smokes, just smoke the choke points, please. Initiators, you need to clear angles with utility for your teammates so they don't have to worry about them when they're running out. Sentinels, just stall for time on a site and get information on where the enemies can and cannot be, such as through a link or flanking. And finally, duelists. If you lock in duelists, you better frag out, because that is basically the only value you can give to your team as most duelist agents. So anyways, along with knowing how to do your role, you also must time them with your teammates who sometimes don't calm, which requires a good awareness of your teammates. A good way to practice awareness that I found is to keep an eye on your minimap, since you can watch all 4 of your teammates and their actions and then gauge their horny level for trying to murder people, and then you can smoke as they run out if you're playing smokes, or dart as they run out. Anyways, one secret little tip to guarantee a win is to play for a clutch. Clutching is one of the most valuable things you can do in a game. If you can clutch 3 rounds in a single game, you've guaranteed won the game already, since the enemies are going to be tilted and your team's going to have the highest morale ever, causing a massive snowball effect for your team. My third biggest tip is to be a good teammate. Now, I know, it's pretty hard being a decent human being, but being genuinely nice in the way you talk to your teammates goes a long way. When you're toxic to your teammates or have a negative attitude in general, it affects your team's mental negatively. Following the 60-40 rule, where 60% of the games are out of your control but 40% are in your control, if you are toxic in those 40% of games, you're just asking to lose all your games, since your teammates aren't gonna want to play or win with you if you're being toxic. So be nice to your teammates. Oh, and we can't forget about the no-commers. Please calm your intentions or what information you have. Your teammates aren't going to swing with you if they don't know you're going to swing. And your teammates knowing where the enemies are or where they aren't is extremely important for you, since your teammates can rotate based off that. Please communicate, because your teammates aren't mind readers. My fourth and last tip I can give is to plan ahead. Going back to the little secret tip I gave about how to guarantee wins with clutches earlier, when I'm in a post-plant situation and I'm playing for the bomb, I always think of all the different possible decisions my opponents will make and what I should do to counteract it before they start retaking. This doesn't just apply to mid-round plays either. You can do this in your free time if you're serious enough about getting better. I've stopped doing this now, but when I was climbing and I was at home just eating or showering, I just imagined a single scenario and every possibility that could happen in that scenario. It might sound ridiculous, but I had to make up for my 1.2 times 1200 DPI sense somehow, and the only way I could get the upper hand in fights was to always be one step ahead of my opponents in every situation. So that's it for my last tip, planning ahead. Alrighty everyone, that's it for the 4 biggest tips I can give you. I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyways, this is me, and adios.